안녕하십니까. 안녕하십니까. 고프로 찍고 있습니다. 안녕하십니까.
아유, 안녕하십니까. 너무 뵙고 싶었어요.
그렇죠.
너무 힘들었습니다.
진짜 이쪽으로 오세요. 와, 안개 진짜 심하다.
엄청 심하죠. 아, 됐다가 버렸다.
어?
이건 뭐 너무 좋네. 여기 있는 건 대부분 다 300년 다.
불이 딱 빠졌네.
여기가 에딘버러 웨이벌리 들어가는 역 정문이에요.
아, 네.
내일 여기서 이제 기차.
여기서요? 그래서 타서 로즈뱅크로
샤워를 할 때.
이거 뭐야? 프린스?
여기까지 하나. 좀 이따가 여기는 바들이 12시 정도까지밖에 안 해서
3시 반.
여기가 이제 굉장히 전형적인 바들, 서서 먹고 앉아 먹고 그럼 자리가 없어서 막 서서 이제 먹고 막
들어가려고.
네, 반갑습니다.
짠! 보통. 헬로우.
Yeah, for the two today? Yeah. Okay, would that be him?
Yeah.
Excellent. Three? Okay, so excellent.
Yeah.
So the tasting at the end, are you going to do it with us here today? Or are you going to do this?
오늘 마시죠?
네, 마셔야죠. 네.
Oh, yeah. Perfect. That's
I'm Callum, nice to meet you. Hi.
Hi.
I'm Callum, nice to meet you. So I'm going to be your tour guide today if you'd like to follow along this way.
Yeah.
And as you can see here, these are some pictures of the old distillery and the old workers that worked here before. We're going to be heading into this room here on our left. So this room itself isn't just any old room, it's a time machine. And this room has taken us all the way back to the very beginning of Rosebank. Back when the story began with one man, that man being James Franklin.
와우. 오. 와.
This story begins with one man, James Rankin, a licensed grocer and tea merchant in Falkirk. The year was 1840 when James acquired the moorings of an old distillery, which sat here on the banks of the Forth and Clyde Canal. And so, the legend of Rosebank was born.
오. 와. 와.
Very short and please talk to real bit slowly. It's
Oh,
okay?
of course, yeah, no, not a problem, yeah, of course. So if you'd like to follow me, also, if you'd like a photo under the sign, I'll be happy to take a photo for you. And you can even smell it as well, but you can smell the scent coming from it. And I'd mentioned that we get our barley from, the Bobby does the process with the barley heat. It's the next step in the process. That's Bobby. Bobby is our mill. Yes, so this is a Robert Bobby mill. So I didn't just name him Bobby, that's his actual name. And Robert Bobby was one of the two main mill manufacturers. So we got Bobby from a place called the Port Ellen Distillery on Islay. And they actually had Bobby for no one knows how long. The records were lost, but we got him in 1933. So we think he's well over 100 years old and still going strong. For the next part, this is quite exciting. Oh, there you go, you're standing next to me. So this here is our first grader.
보는 거.
Yeah. So what we do is we take a sample of it,
Yeah.
we put it in here, and would you like to take the box for a second? And we're going to just shake it about from side to side. Perfect. We want it to look like that, where it's 22% of it being the husks, 68% of it being the grits in the middle, and 10% of it being the flavour at the end. So that should be perfect. There you go. So when we open this up, you'll see the husks have all been separated out, and then we have our grits there, and then we have our flavour at the bottom. And that's how we can check that it's the correct ratios. Mashed in here. So if you'd like to have a look in here, you can see inside. There's nothing in it at the moment, but you can have a very good way of looking into it.
Yeah.
This here, so it's got these spinning, they're called knives,
Yeah.
and these spin and they rotate and they mix up this grist that we take. So we take 3.2 tons of the grist. How many operators do you think we need at Rosebank? How many people do you think it takes to make it?
Maybe minimum 20.
That's a good guess. That's what I thought. It only needs 5 operators at Rosebank to make Rosebank. Yeah, 5 people to make whiskey here at Rosebank.
Wow.
We have 2 people that work in the morning,
Yeah.
2 people that work in the afternoon, and 2 people that work overnight.
Oh,
They just work in a shift rotation pattern. This facility, it runs a lot from the computer. They can turn on the machines, can turn them off, and can set how long they run for, all from the computer. But also, whiskey making isn't just done on the computer, so they have to get up and do all their checks by eye and do all their testing using their equipment as well, because it needs that human element, or it's not going to taste like a very good whiskey at all. We take our wort there, one of these wash bags. So you can see we have 8 of them. I'm going to go up to this one, number 3. As you can see here, it's active. So we're going to get to open this one up and have a look inside. Yeah, it's active right now. It's working. It mixes about here and it starts to bubble and fizz. Now, in order to make it alcohol and to go wash, it needs to sit for at least 48 hours, seeping some flavour back from the wood as well. You can see that these are made out of wood, these are made out of a thing called Douglas fir. And this is a very tall tree that grows here in Scotland. And they grow to about 20 feet tall before they even start to have branches coming off them. So they're perfect for making these long straight planks. Now I'm going to open it up here so you can have a look inside, but I just need to warn you as well, just to be careful around this, because it's creating alcohol in here, but it's also creating CO2.
Yeah, CO2.
Yeah. So that's why you have these extractors to take it out,
Yeah.
and that's why these are fully sealed units with these hatches and bolts.
Yeah.
But just to be careful that when you're looking in, don't go sticking your head directly inside, because I don't know about you guys, I like to pass out after I've drunk my alcohol, not before it. So also just be careful of any glasses or anything like that so that they don't fall in.
맞고 취하는 거 아니야?
오,
오.
안 빠지게 해주죠.
와우.
There we go. So if you can come around if you like.
There you go. Wow.
Pretty cool. Yeah, so what I'll do is if you like to come over, I'll actually bring some up for you.
와.
If you like to come around here, I'll bring some up for you as well.
Smells like a ale beer.
Yes, exactly.
Whoa.
You're completely correct. So, there you go.
오, 신기해.
이런
So,
냄새가 나.
so as you're smelling that and you say it smells like a beer, that's completely correct. Up until this point, these are the same steps that are used in making a beer. So if we'd added hops to this, you'd have a beer. So I'm just going to close that up. There you go.
되게 맛있는 냄새다.
네.
Right. So
취하겠다.
So it's quite busy in there, and you can even hear it happening in there as well. But as we were talking about before, it's 8.5%, so it's like a flat beer. But we all know that whiskey's not 8.5%; it's a lot stronger than that, and you can't add any more alcohol to it at this stage. So we have to distill it. So that's what happens through it in a still house. But you can see here that this building is collapsing.
Yeah.
And here it's a big pile of rubble, and this was the new one when we were putting the stills in through the roof.
Yeah.
But the one thing that stayed the same in all the photos is the chimney.
Yeah.
The chimney's in all the photos, and that's that chimney right here.
Ah, right here.
Yeah, that's the chimney right here.
오.
So you can come up and touch it if you'd like.
Wait, why? 이것만. Why this only survive?
Well, because the chimney is that's a really great question. Because when the old distillery was falling down,
Yeah.
and we were having to take away some of the older buildings that weren't fit for purpose and were dangerous to stay standing,
Yeah.
the local community here actually put out a petition to say it doesn't matter what happens to any of the buildings, make sure the chimney stays standing. Because in Falkirk here, it's a part of it's a landmark almost, it's a part of the skyline. There's a really good story that I like to think of, and it's that every day at 3 p.m. there's two school children that stand outside at the bottom of the chimney and wait on their mum coming to pick them up, as if their mum's told them, I'll meet you at the chimney, and that's where their mum comes to meet them. So this chimney is about 108 feet tall, so about 33 metres I think, and it used to billow smoke because it was originally coal fired, but now that we don't use coal it doesn't work anymore. But here, it's just here because it's a nice bit of history. But here as well, throughout the distillery you might have seen some wood along the walls. Now it is quite splintery, so you might get some scalps, so be careful touching it. But this is not just any old wood. These are actually the old floorboards of the distillery.
Old floorboard.
Yeah, these were the old floorboards.
옛날 그 중일소 바닥.
So you can imagine here
Yeah.
all the stories that these could tell about people that had walked on them, or maybe whiskey that was spilled on them, or secret spirit pipes that ran under them, things like that, all the stories they could tell. See here, these are those warmed up condensers here up close. You can see them with the chimney in the background there.
Yeah. What? There's a first one and second one and three.
Yeah, so there's 3 of them there because there was the 3 stills. So each one of them is for one of the different stills.
Yeah.
Each still has its own worm tub. And that's what the worm tubs look like from the sky there.
Oh yeah.
So it's a big copper tube, big copper coil.
Then this is 21% and 42.
Yes,
And 77.
exactly. Correct, yeah. And you can see here, these are those old worm tub, the old washbacks, and these are the new ones being built. So you can see the old ones weren't in a very nice state at all. You couldn't make whiskey in those. They were covered in bird feathers. So then the new ones were created to look a lot nicer and be a lot cleaner as well. We're just heading into this way. Let's just come back to where we started. We came full circle, whereas I think full triangle here. We're just headed through these doors. But one thing I like to point out here as well, you can see these panels. They're all different colours as they go along. They go from lighter to darker.
It's aged.
Yes, exactly. So
Amazing.
that's really incredible how quickly you got it, because I didn't know that for so long, and I had to actually ask the architect of the building. Because when we met him, I asked him, why is the panels of the building different colours as they go along? And he said it's to represent the whiskey aging in the cask.
He's a genius.
Exactly. Now this here is our maturation corridor, taking us into our maturation space. Now this is where we're going to enter into to have a look at our casks. Started. There are some spirits in here with us today.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, it's a ghost joke. No, but we just filled with the one at the very end there as well. That was the last cask that was ever filled in Rosebank. That was filled in 1993. The very end, the darker one.
Yeah.
Now these ones here in the middle, these are ex-sherry butts. So these are butts.
cherry bus.
Yes, so these would have had sherry in them before.
Yeah.
And these filled quite a lot more than the hogsheads. But at the end there, that's the oldest cask from Rosebank at the end of that row. Filled in 1989. 1989, yeah. And that one there, back row, these are our newest casks, including cask number 1. So that was the very first cask that was ever filled using products from Rosebank. Yeah, so that was 2023 filled, so when it's ready, it might be ready, I'd say, it can be called whiskey technically after 3 years. Yeah. So in 2026 it will be whiskey.
NAS.
But, they're probably going to age it, I would estimate, maybe a 7-year-old to begin with, or maybe an 8-year-old. Because that was the first Rosebank ever made was a 7-year-old bottle. So I can imagine that's what they're going for. Yeah. So probably 2030 might be when it's officially bottled. Yeah. We make about 1 million litres in 1 year.
Million litres.
So about the same as Glengoyne. Camdu, our other sister distillery, they make about 4 million a year because they have quite a lot larger of a production scale. But here we make about 1 million litres a year.
Where is it? White.
So it's that, the black line in there.
Yeah.
That's where the whiskey will have seeped into the wood. And not came back out again.
위스키가 빨아들이면 이렇게 하얘지는 건가 보구나.
So that's why we have this here to show that as well. This is normally where we would go for our tastings and things like that. This here is a tasting bar. This is not where we're going. You can see here, this is where we hold larger kind of groups like bus groups and things like that, because it's a lot more seating area. Yeah. And you can even see the kind of this is how a normal tasting would be set out. But we're going to be going through here. We're not going out just yet. Those is exit, but we're not exiting just.
뭐야? 원점?
여기가 보통 사람들이 테이스트하는 데고. 여기 문 있었어.
We're heading through here.
히든 도어.
Yes, hidden door, yeah.
히든 룸. 히든 테이스팅 룸.
Exactly, that's to keep it nice and exclusive. And we're going to be heading down here.
스피크이지.
진짜 스피키지 같다.
와우. 오. 오, 유튜브에서만 보던 이 장소를. 오. 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 이거 멋있다. 저 간지 안 해요, 진짜.